Hi friends! In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up Apple Cash Family. Once it's set up, your kids will be able to use Apple Cash to spend money in physical stores, online, and to send money back and forth with friends and family. I'll show you how to get started with it and how you can set up the safety settings for your kids. So before we set up Apple Cash Family, we have to make sure that your child is set up as part of your family. So on your own adult phone, you're going to go into Settings. If you don't see Family up here at the top, you're going to click into Account, and then scroll down, and then you would click Family Setup. If they already have an account, you would click Invite Others and enter their account. Or if they do not have an account, you click Create Child Account. And here you're going to enter their name and their birthday, and then you're going to need to confirm your identity and set up an email address and password for the child. At the end, you're going to set up a parental control passcode. This is only for you as the parent. This should not be given to the child. So after you're sure that your child is set up as part of your family, you're going to go into Apple Wallet, and then you're going to click on Apple Cash. If you haven't set up Apple Cash for yourself, you may have to go through a couple steps here to set it up. And then you'll go into the menu in the upper right and click Apple Cash Family. You should see your child here, so you're going to click on them and turn it on. You're going to click Set Up Apple Cash Family. Then you'll have some privacy options here about who the child can send money to and who they can get money from. Now, I did run into an error here. If you do get an error, there are 3 reasons it could happen. 1, the child has to be signed in to an Apple device. It has to be a phone, an iPad, or a watch. It cannot be a computer. Secondly, they need to have 2-factor authentication turned on. If they don't, you'll have to go set that up first and then come back to finish setting up Apple Cash. And the third thing is that your location must be set to the United States. So since this is a brand new child account that I set up, I had to log them into a device. And when I log in as that child, I can see that I'm already part of the family. And as the child, when I click on Wallet, it will give me some information about setting up. It'll encourage me to link a debit or credit card, but since this child is under 13, that is not going to be allowed. If the child is over 13, they can link their own debit and credit card. To check that the child has 2-factor authentication turned on, go into Settings, scroll down to Privacy and Security. And once I got all that set up, I did get a notification that Apple Cash was set up for the child. The child is able to send money or request money from other people, and it is limited by those settings that you set. As the child, if I send money to someone else with a comment, I do get a notification that my parent might be notified of that comment. So now that it's all set up on the child's phone, if I want to go back in as an adult, I can change some of the settings. I would click on Wallet, Apple Cash, click in the menu in the upper right, click Apple Cash Family, and then click on the child's name. Here, I can send them money, I can set up recurring payments to them, and I can change their settings about who they can send money to and who they can receive money from. I can also turn on here where it says notify me when my child makes a transaction, and that's where I would get a message with whatever they said and whatever they sent. There's also an option down here at the bottom that says lock Apple Cash. And if it's locked, they cannot send money, receive money, or make purchases. Once their child has some money in their account, they can use that money to buy things at stores, to buy things online, and they can send money to friends. If you need more details about how to use Apple Cash in the real world, please do check out my beginner's guide to Apple Cash. I'm going to leave the link to that one right here. Please watch that one next.